She may be a criminal in the eyes of French law, but here at a London conference on Islamophobia, Kenza Drider was welcomed as a champion of women's rights. Last month, as a French citizen, she made a public stand against France's new law outlawing the wearing of the niqab or face veil. She's been arrested twice, but has refused on principle to pay the fine.
I'm ready to go to prison. The French government went against European law. And today, French Muslim women are considered a non-entity in French society. Here in Britain, I feel like a normal person in the street, whereas in France, I feel like I'm outside the law. So it's really important to show resistance against this.
She was one of many speakers at a conference on the spread of anti-Muslim hatred across Europe. Academics and activists have noted a change in social interaction as fears of abuse and attacks grow.
We see every day in Birmingham, for example, women who feel fearful to leave their homes because of physical and verbal attacks. And that's a very extreme situation for people to feel that they cannot go out into their localities, never mind engage more fruitfully.
There have been many instances of violence against Muslims across Europe. One case which highlights the consequences of leaving Islamophobia unchecked is the story of Marwa Sherbini, now known as the hijab martyr. She was killed after being stabbed 18 times by a man who'd called her a terrorist. Dr. Robert Lambert has been investigating attacks on Muslims for a decade. He says politicians could do far more to combat the problem.
I personally have visited around 100 mosques that have been attacked in one way or another. At the most serious end are arson attacks, firebomb attacks, and then perhaps less serious but still very distressing broken windows and vandalism. Endless opportunities for politicians to show support. That's been lacking, and it's been lacking in just about every case that I've looked at.
But Islamophobia is being taken seriously by a growing number of citizens, and bridges have been built across communities in the UK in response to the return of the far right. And so while there has been progress in terms of recognising Islamophobia, the threat of anti-Muslim hatred remains serious. And the feeling here is that European governments need to change their attitude first before European societies can deal with the problem and stave off the increasing incidence of violence against Muslims and the growing prospect of isolated communities.